Hi, Mr. Spiro. Thank you, of course, for joining us. Israel denied these findings, but what do you think? What sort of consequences can it have for the country as you see it?
Okay, the Israeli denial is worth nothing because we know the truth that Israel is a nuclear power. Instead of dealing with the issue of nuclear weapons in Israel, they are dealing with Vanunu. Vanunu is not the danger. The danger is the nuclear weapons which we have in Israel. Few hundreds of nuclear warheads, and Israel entered the nuclear race in the Middle East. And if we want to avoid nuclear weapons in Iran, we have to start with Israel, which is already a nuclear power. That's the problem today, and that's the problem the world is avoiding until now.
And of course, as you just said, there is a lot of focus on Mordechai Vanunu. What do you think, and he of course is a former Israeli nuclear technician who spent 18 years behind bars. He's been arrested again. What do you think this means for the ongoing case and for Israel?
I think that what the Israeli authorities are doing with Vanunu is shameful. Vanunu was a whistleblower. He discovered what is happening behind the walls of Dimona, and I think it is our right to know what is happening in Dimona because we are the one who are going to pay the price in case of a nuclear catastrophe in the region. So Vanunu did a great service to the human race, and we think that he deserves the Nobel Peace Prize and not a prison in Israel.
Now, of course, the world's major powers, including Israel's long-term ally, the U.S., have been calling for a nuclear-free Middle East. Do you think there's any chance this international pressure would drive Israel to get rid of its nuclear arsenal if it exists?
Look, Israel is, for all practical purposes, the 51st state of the United States. If President Obama is serious about a nuclear-free zone in the Middle East, then he had the means to force Israel to do the job and to get rid of its nuclear weapons. If it is only lip service, then things will continue as they are, and the Middle East will enter a nuclear race. Iran will have, and not only Iran, the Arab countries will have, Egypt will have, Jordan will have. It's only a question of time until everyone will have nuclear weapons in this fragile area. So it is our task as peace seekers to see to it that Israel will be brought into the regime of nuclear disarmament. This is what the world should do today.
Now, you yourself just said that Israel is the so-called 51st state of the U.S. Do you think there will be any kind of pressure from the United States if this story does go big?
This is a big question mark which no one can answer. How serious is Obama about the nuclear-free zone in the Middle East? Until now, the United States closed an eye vis-à-vis the nuclear arsenal in Israel, and it was a quiet agreement between the two countries that Israel won't announce formally that it has nuclear weapons, and the United States will close an eye vis-à-vis this fact. The question is if President Obama is going to change this policy, and that's what we don't know yet.
We, of course, will continue to
We hope he is serious.
Story.
We hope.
Mr. Gideon Spiro, I'm very sorry to interrupt you, but we have to leave it there. Peace activist and human rights activist live from Tel Aviv. Thank you very much for your input.